Welcome. In this session, I am going to walk you through Amazon Q Developer CLI. Not just what it is, but how I have seen it transform the way we interact with the command line. I'll be sharing key features from my own lenses using insights from AWS official guide, but focused on real life dev workflows. Credit to the AWS team. This session is completely based on the detailed blog about Amazon Q Developer CLI, which I have summarized and restructured here for a quicker walkthrough. So let's get deep dive and see my take on AI powered terminal experience. Imagine this. You are managing an AWS environment and suddenly an EC2 instance refuses to start. You need to figure out why. And traditionally, you would go through multiple steps. Google search or browse AWS documentation, manually look up AWS commands to check instance status, run multiple commands, analyze logs, check permissions, cross-check IAM roles and security group permissions for possible issues. I hope it has sound familiar somehow to most of you. So that's why tools like Amazon QCLI are a game changer. They help reduce friction, automate the mundane, and let us focus on solving problems, not focusing the syntax specifically. So most of the heavy lifting is done by the Amazon Q, and we are majorly focusing on the logic. Now this was me most of the days. 10 tabs open, copy pasting CLI commands, executing it, flipping through the AWS documentation, even sometimes for basic things like checking the logs or IAM permissions. It feels like solving a mini puzzle every day for every task. I needed a better way, something that understood my intent, something which can save my life, my time. I can focus on the logic rather than struggling with the syntax. So, with the rise of generative AI in developer tools, the idea of having that same smart assistance in the terminal is very exciting. Just imagine what if your command line could actually help you suggest command, it explain the errors to you and save your time. That future we are stepping into. So meet your new command line companion. Yes, that's Amazon QCLI. You do not need to leave your terminal to access the same intelligent help you get in your IDE. With the Amazon Q Developer CLI, all that AI goodness is now available right from the command line. And the best part is it's open source, available under both Apache 2.0 and MIT licenses, and super duper easy to install. It doesn't just help, it understands, suggests, and even acts. And yes, with your permission. It's powered by Cloudy Sonnet 3.7. It feels like having an expert developer paired with you who never gets tired. So let's deep dive into this and understand how we can install and what are the key features specifically which I loved and what made me stick with it. So smart autocomplete, like just like your IDE, it suggests the completions. This CLI supports hundreds of popular tools like Git, Docker, AWS CLI, and many more. And it helps you type less and do more. Natural language to command convergence, where you just type what you want to do, like list all EC2 instances in a region. You can specify that, and it generates the correct command for you. No need to remember all those flags and parameters, it will give it to you. Again, the conversational mode with real actions, where natural language chat is given with the agentic execution. It thinks, it plans, it asks before acting. So you can ask questions, you can troubleshoot your errors, you can explore your code, and when you are ready, it can generate scripts, edit files, fix Git conflicts, and also more, all with you are okay with. The things which you are giving the permissions. And yes, it works in multiple languages too. So Amazon Q Developer CLI is an AI powered assistant built for the terminal specifically. It translates your natural language into real CLI commands, help troubleshoot, explain the errors, and chats like a friend, and all within your local development environment. I hope you all are excited with every slide. These are the installation options which I have just presented in the slide, that how you can have your Amazon Q developer CLI up and running. And it's very quick, very painless. So first you just need three things. The first is a supported OS, a fairly standard terminal, and a shell like bash or fish or other, which you are already familiar with. Now there are two installation options, minimal install and the full install. Minimal install gives you the chat and autocomplete option. Full install includes everything from minimal plus the GUI config tool. Either option gets you working quickly, and it's just about what kind of level of experience you want. You want only the chat experience or GUI as well. So that's up completely up to you. And the best part is the installer is going to take care of all the downloadings, which is for the binaries, which is needed for your platform, uh, shell integration, and it is also going to guide you through the login part. So in summarize, what I want to say is whether you are on Mac, Linux, or Windows with WSL, the setup is super straightforward. You can do a minimal installation only for the chat, or you can go with the full one for GUI config. I use generally to access the Amazon Q developer, the builder ID which I have to get started quickly. I use that. No AWS account is needed. So I hope now you have understanding. I'll be sharing QR code of the blogs and from where you can get the detailed instructions for the install as well. So let's move on how to start using Q Developer CLI. So command completion. So this feature saved me from typing the wrong flags again and again. So as you type, Amazon Q CLI offers suggestions. You can use arrow key or escape to navigate or to just cancel it. It's just like equal to the VS Code IntelliSense, but specifically for your terminal. So you can see in these two images, after CD, when the space is pressed, it is giving me some options. So I can go and I can just take me the, yeah. So I can go and I can suggest from the available options. Here also, when I'm completing the command, I can select more options, more parameters, more flags which I want to select, or I can do the escape also. So it is helping me in completing the commands. You can speak plainly and you will get the commands. This is something really useful because it is turning a natural language into actual terminal commands. So when we generally forgot the CLI syntax, now we can simply type something like this, which is coming on the slide, that find all files with Amazon Q in my current directory, subdirectory, exclude the hidden file directory. So you can give your commands in a natural language and it translates and give the exact shell command which you need to execute. This is super duper helpful for us. And this Amazon Q CLI talks and acts also. This is what blew me away. So it's not only chat, it execute the task, it breaks down your request into the steps and think through it and prompts you before doing anything. So like you see Q chat, then it is asking me. So it is asking step by step. It is smart and safe. It always asks before making changes, except for the basic random task which we have. You can also provide it with the context from your environment or markdown files to make it smarter, and generally keep the spec folder for the preferences. That will help in the thing. So you can see that it is asking at every step about the permission or what needs to be done before actually executing. So it is talking to us also and acting as well. So get started with Amazon Q Developer. So I use Q CLI for quick Git workflows, log analysis, and translating AWS commands. It's boosted the productivity specifically and reduced my tab hopping, in which again it is a big distraction when you are hopping between the tabs. It saved me from a lot of typos, save my time. So I hope you all are now ready for level up. So you can try it for free, as I mentioned earlier, also with your builder ID. If you don't have, you can create a free builder ID and just go to the AWS blog, AWS documentation, and start working on that. So here you go. Okay, these are the two things which I've added in the slide. Okay, so this is a Ricardo blog which I've followed, and I've given a crunch of this entire blog, the key things which we should also take out from this. So a quick shout out to the AWS team. This session is based on this awesome blog about the Amazon Q Developer CI, and I've given a shorter and quicker walkthrough of this blog. You can go and check out this blog. These are the two QR codes which are given over here. The first one is for the blog, and the second one is for the GitHub repo. I highly recommend checking out the original blog post on the DevIO. And also, you can go and check the installation and other aspect. So big thanks again to the AWS for the original blog and the amazing CLI tool. And this session was inspired by their work, but shared through my developer lenses. Thank you for joining me, and let's keep exploring. Thank you so much, Riddhima, Women in Tech, AWS User Group Women in Tech India, for giving this opportunity to present the views related to the various new aspects which are coming with the power of generative AI. So Amazon Q Developer CLI brings the intelligence of generative AI right into your terminal. So take the help from Amazon Q CLI, write your code, troubleshoot, automate, and move faster. Whether you are a seasoned developer, you are completely new, you can install it quickly and just get your hands dirty with this new technology. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much, and make yourself comfortable with Amazon Q Developer CLI. Thank you once again.